Hey guys, you're here today, bringing a brand new video. Today we're gonna go over new team, new team. Uh, but most importantly, another ladder session in the same day. So this ladder session, I started at 2041 elo, which was the elo you guys saw me at the end of last video, and I decided, you know what, I have another 45 minutes to kill. Let's get back in the champion tier. So, shoutouts to EduCPT, aka Eduardo Cunha, for the team. I really appreciate him. One of my favorite people out in the VGC scene. And overall, his at is Menino Jardim. I hope I didn't butcher that, but it's MENINOJARDIM on Twitter. So if you want to follow him there, please support him. He also has a Medify. If you want to join his community or get some coaching sessions with him, I highly recommend it. Really great coach, really great guy. Love that guy to death. But enough about him. Let's go over the ladder session and VOD review like all the battles and how I got back into champion tier. So the thing about this team is you have two modes with Staraptor. You can defend a Staraptor and kind of just like stall them out, or you can go Gengar and perish them. So in this matchup, I've used Perish before, and it was definitely Perish is definitely very good into this team as long as it was the old version at the end of last season where I had Archaludon, but we don't have Archaludon here. So I used to have a line where I would protect the Mega Gengar, swap to Archaludon, farm like stamina boost on like the fake out, or sorry, not the fake out, the like whatever like they would go like they would Rock Slide usually, they would lead Aerodactyl, Rock Slide my Vivillon, stuff like that. The Vivillon would go to Archaludon, and yeah, and then I'd swap the other Mon to Politoed and Electroshot, blah, 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 like all that stuff. I can't do that now, so Staraptor mode is better into this matchup, and I opted to delete Tinkaton because just having the fake out into Armor Tail Photograph is really nice. And another thing about this is that if he's using the NIC version, which got second, then it's Roar Photograph, and that is really, really, really hard to deal with when playing Perish. I do have Throat Chop on my Instant to deal with it, but I can't always have the luxury of throat chopping their Photograph, so I've decided to go with this. They do lead Zard Garchomp. This is like the lead that they like to do against Perish, and since they respected my Perish, I'm going to destroy them with this. So now we have basically we can just fake out the Charizard here in close combat, the Garchomp, farm some defense boosts, and then if they Mega Evolve, we always just go Politoed, change the weather to rain, and then Charizard is doing much less damage, and Weather Ball might not even 2-hit KO me afterwards because of that, and I can, yeah. And then he goes King Gambit here, which is really, like, strange. It's such a strange play to make. Like, is he respecting, like, Play Rough? Or Brave Bird or something. I didn't get this play at all, but yeah, I was just able to bring him down to Sash because of that. Because like, dude, so we're already in a great spot because as long as they're not timid Zard, you can just Encore their Protect, and then yeah, we're just gonna farm more boosts onto the King Gambit. So that's exactly what I do here. He Sucker Punches my Staraptor, does like very minimum chip, and then we Encore him into Protect here, which is perfect. And I low-key I kind of don't want to go Politoed right now, because the thing is, if you're stuck here, you're gonna swap out eventually, right? So instead, I decided, instead of going Politoed, it's better to just go Instant maybe, and just Intimidate, drop the Garchomp instantly. And now the question is, do I want to hit the Charizard or the Garchomp? And I was like, you know what, there's a chance they could just like Protect again and then swap out next turn, so I'm just going to hit the Garchomp and get chip damage on him, and if he doesn't swap out, it's whatever. And here he goes for like self EQ. Does some damage to my instant, -1. That's Life Orb damage. Like Garchomp's so strong after the Life Orb addition. And now I decide, you know what? I'm up. I'm literally winning. So might as well just like trade attacks and start swinging. I have such a big lead here, and he protects the Garchomp. That's fair. We've Third Chop the Photograph, and this is definitely the offensive version because Third Chop should not be doing that much. I believe it's a roll to kill now. And then yeah, we just close combat the guy again, and then he gets a double protect off, which is like kind of annoying, but like this is still like, believe it or not, my position's still very winning, because I can just roost the Staraptor, and okay, I got like a good roll on the first throw chop, and the second one was like really small, really weak, I guess. So I can just roost the Staraptor and finish off the Photograph, and then when it becomes 4v2, I can just Politoed just wins by yeah perishing them. So that's what I go for here. He does opt to double my Staraptor here with Dragon Claw Psychic, and since the Dragon Claw crit me, I do just die, and it's whatever. Like the crit's whatever. Third chop, finish off Springgraph, and basically I just really wanted to get a KO because if I put him down to 2 mons, then I win because of Perish Song. And now he has yeah, now he has this stuff, and obviously I want to reset the Fake Out pressure, so get the Fake Out Perish Song cycle going. So I swap instant to Tinkaton here, who should always survive the hold on, you'll see. So he goes for EQ plus Weather Ball into this slot, but my Tinkaton should always survive it because of my bulk, and Sugar Berry and Intimidates and blah blah blah, all that stuff. And then he jump scares me by critting my Tinkaton, which is like, okay, whatever, man. That's whatever, I guess, because I can still just Weather Ball the Garchomp, make it a 2v1, and now Fake Out Perish just wins me the game because they can't stop Fake Out Perish, Protect. He can either kill instant with like a crit Weather Ball or something, or maybe Weather Ball just kills here, I don't know. But you can't kill Politoed, right? So right here, he can either Solar Beam and kill my Politoed in 2 turns, but then instant survives, or he can Weather Ball my instant, and then Politoed survives, and then I just get Protect, and it's GG. So yeah, Protect. Perish timer goes down to 2. He could Solar Beam my Politoed slot here. It's whatever if he does, because then instant will guarantee to get a Protect on the next turn. And yeah, Perish timer goes down to 2. He can only kill 1 Mon, and then when the Perish he can only kill 1 Mon, Perish counter goes down to 1, and then I Protect again, and then that's GG. So he got a double Protect, and he double crit me, and I still fucking won. So yeah, there we go. Now we're up against Hard Trick Room. Gengar is very awkward to play against Hard Trick Room. And I felt that like against like potential like Mega Kangaskhan and stuff like that, Mega Staraptor was just better. And yeah, I don't know. I guess like Gengar's like fine if he has like Mawile, because then I kind of I can like the combination of Intimidates plus Mega Gengar kind of just walls him. But I didn't want to like play too much into it. I feel like Tinkaton plus Instant was enough to handle that. And obviously I need to bring Politoed for the Torkoal. So he leads Gallade Kangaskhan here, and he doesn't reveal Inner Focus, but it doesn't really matter because I can still Fake Out Inner Focus Gallades because of Mold Breaker, so that doesn't matter. So Fake Out Close Combat into Kangaskhan is just like super free here. Now you may be wondering, okay, why not just Fake Out Kangaskhan and Brave Bird into Gallade? And you know what, that also works, but I want to be able to get the close combat boost and get my defense boost just rolling already, so that way I can win. But yeah, like I guess in hindsight, like maybe it wasn't optimal because like the problem is now here we just trade and get nothing off it. But I feel like we still just have Encore Brave Bird here, which is still really good, so I don't see the downside to this play too much. Now my opponent, like, he sees that he's under Encore pressure, and he swaps to Torkoal, and Gallade does fall to Brave Bird here. I guess he went for Trick Room, is the whole, like, what he went for. And then he brings out Mawile here, and Mawile, obviously, because switches happen first before, because switches happen before Mega, if I swap the instant here, it will proc against Hyper Cutter and get neutralized. So because of that, I can't swap the instant instantly, and going Politoed is just safer to change the weather. My opponent actually calls out my exact play here of Protect swap to Politoed, and he play roughed the Tinkaton slot and swapped Torkoal to Kangaskhan. So yeah, he hard read me here, but I think my position's still fine. Because as long as I have one more Politoed pivot, I think I'm fine to take down the Torkoal. Albeit I am kind of down on damage right now. So now I decide, okay, probably double swap here. He's going to play rough my Staraptor slot, right? And Fake Out could definitely just go into my Politoed. So because of that, I'm going to cover for that coverage that he's going to go for, and I'm going to swap Staraptor to Tinkaton, who should resist the play rough, and Instant will come in and intimidate the Mawile. So yeah, he does go for Fake Out into Instant, and then play rough. Still does a ton of damage, even after like he's -1. He does have huge power though and stuff like that, so it's really strong. And then Encore, I hovered it, and I was like, dude, I think he's just gonna swap. Like, it's way too obvious. So I'm gonna make the level 2 play here and go for Gigaton Parting Shot. Gigaton Hammer to Mawao should put him into close combat range of Staraptor, so I feel like this play is just the safest play to make that, like, that isn't Encore Fake Out, because I feel like that just accomplishes me nothing if he just swaps. And yeah, that's exactly what happens. And now we can go Politoed here. We don't want to go Staraptor in case he play ref the slot. At least with Politoed, you see I get my one last pivot, and now Torkoal is once again stuck on the field with Rain on board, so he has to pivot out again, and this gives me more momentum. So yeah. And now the awkward thing is Tinkaton can't really do anything here, but I want it to stay on the field here. So I went for Protect, but this honestly might have been a misplay. Maybe it was just better to just like click like Encore into something random here, because so I could Protect next turn, because it's just like I don't really have much going for, like the Tinkaton can't do anything this turn, but I need it for the next turn scenario. So I just clicked Protect, but maybe that was a misplay. Maybe I should have just Encored him into something random. And then close combat, just like, yeah, finish this off Mawao here. And then, yeah, Torkoal is back, and he is going to click Fake Out plus Eruption, right? And the best thing I found in this scenario was, at first I wanted to Gigaton the Kangaskhan just for chip damage, and then I realized, oh wait, if he's going to Fake Out my Staraptor slot, I can just Encore him, and then I have Fake Out into Torkoal close combat to Kangaskhan the next turn, because it's the Fake Out, because like it's the Silk Scar Fake Out fucking last resort set, man. We all know it is. And then he makes a good play here and calls out my exact play, but the problem is I don't think it matters that he called out my play, because I still just have Fake Out into Torkoal plus close combat into Kangaskhan, so I think I still just win off of that. So yeah, well, you're gonna see me click Fake Out close combat here. There we go. And close combat should just knock out Kangaskhan. There we go. And now, yeah, my opponent just forfeits, because the combination of just like my Staraptor's like way too bulked up, and even if he like crits through it, I'm still doing like so much damage to where he can't catch up. Next, we're fighting against Blaziken here. Really weird stuff. I opt for the. So I see Sinistra, King Gambit, Basque Legion, and I just didn't want to touch Perish again. So once again, we're going with the Staraptor mode, which is kind of funny because Edu did tell me that like it is like 50-50, or even like maybe even Perish favored. Like the amount of times you play with this team, you do use like either Gengar more, or it's like about 50-50. But in this session, I was just only using Staraptor. It was crazy. So I closed combat the Blaziken slot and swapped Tinkaton to Instant here. Very obvious play. This is like the super noob level 0 play that I made here, and I just did it because I didn't really see much risk to it. So yeah, just fuck it. I'm gonna do this play. And like he does obviously protect the Blaziken, so I don't get the boost, like duh, and then he gets speed boost active, all that stuff. But now I'm threatening the Fake Out double up onto Blaziken the next turn, so he has to respect that. So it's very likely that he swaps here. So my next play here is very simple. I can just close combat the Blaziken, and I can swap the Sinistra here to get some hospitality healing. And even if he goes like his own Sinistra here to be immune, then my board state of Sinistra plus Staraptor should just mog his board state of -2 Basque Legion and Sinistra. But he goes Aerodactyl, which is perfectly fine with me, because now I can just once again, I close combat farm defense on it, and it just loses so much fucking HP, right? And yeah, he wave crashes into my Staraptor again, which doesn't do. It still does a lot of damage even after -2, but it's whatever. As long as he doesn't crit me, I'm fine. And then yeah, Macho Gacha plus Roost is just really great here, because I threaten kill on both Mons, and I heal all my HP back. And he does offer to go for Tailwind here, get the speed control. It's whatever. I don't really mind that. And then yeah, Macho Gacha, well, it's a double hit. I don't really mind missing the Blaziken there, but yeah, the most important part is we did get rid of the Aerodactyl. Now I think he goes back to Basque Legion here, because what the fuck are these nicknames? Oh my god. Okay, he does go back to Basque Legion here, and I need to, I need a Psycho Intimidates on him again. So, easy play to make. Just Brave Bird the Blaziken, and swap to Ensign. And he does last respect my Sinister slot, just like whatever. And this is pretty favorite for me now, because once again he's -1, I'm +2, and he kind of just forfeits before even trying to go for like any crits or something. So I guess I'll take it, as now we are our 2082 elo. And now I'm fighting against like big 6, but for some reason fucking Hisuian Zorak is here, and my initial thought was, oh, start their farms this, and then I was like, wait a second. He has to have Will-O-Wisp on Hisuian Zorak, right? Because how else does he deal with Staraptor and like other like physical threats? Like this team just looks like it gets farmed by King Gambit. So I'm like, okay, this has to be Willow Zorak. So I lead the regular, once again, I lead Take a Ton mode. And the first thing I saw was, okay, one of these motherfuckers is Zorak. Now I don't know who it is, but it's one of them. And so I go for Mega Protect here. I think I prefer it over non-Mega Protect, because we already have Sin in the back to Cycle Intimidates. So I think just getting the Mega out there is like probably the way I want to approach this. So I protect both my Mons to scout out which one is the Zoroark, and then he reveals that it's the Garchomp. Yeah, so we double protect. And yep, there's the Willow. So I know who it is now. I go instant on that slot. I always have to, and I just Gigaton hammered the Zoroark so to get some chip onto the the quotation mark Garchomp quotation mark. So this way I don't have to worry about it Will-O-Wisping my Staraptor in the later game. There it is. He gets a parting shot off of me, so now I'm -2 on Tinkaton, but it's whatever. And he goes to Garchomp. So now I gotta think, what do I want to do here? And the safest play the play that looks safest to me was just I didn't want to take EQ chip onto Ensign after, especially since he isn't intimidated. So I swapped to Staraptor, and then Rubro, Zoink Scoob. I got jump scared by Swords Dance Garchomp. Amazing. So I'm like, okay, he has to be jolly. But I was like, dude, I'm in such a bad position now. I kind of have to risk him being adamant, and he might get greedy and like cycle the Swords Dance again, because that's what he needs to kill Garchomp, and that is exactly what he did. So I got him the Encore, and the game's not over yet. So this is a very predictable play, close combat and Encore here, but I feel like with all the options that I have, my opponent may just overcomplicate it and not call out this exact play. Even though this is the most obvious play for me to do, I still just go for it. Sometimes in Pokemon, you just gotta go for the level 0 baby play, even though if your opponent knows you're gonna do it, it's like, dude, just do it anyways, because like they don't really have, because if they don't have a hard punish, just do it, just fucking do it. So that's what I do. And yeah, he doesn't play around the Encore at least, and now I gotta not get burnt again. So, how do I play around getting burnt here? I can protect, or I can swap to Instant. And I decided, you know what? I want to have Fake Out Pressure alive in the later game, so protecting here just seems better. And then yeah, I Gigaton hammered the Zoroark slots to finish it off, so that way I didn't have to get Will-O-Wisp later on. But he does do like a good double swap here, so nice repositioning him from him here. But now I can once again. I get free close combat here, and I can Psycho Intimidates. And there's a chance that he could like protect the Zard here to scout out, because like if I protect Tinkaton and then swap to Politoed, it could be dangerous for him. But no, he opts for this. And yeah, he's trying to get Swords Dance up so that way he can, because like that's kind of his win con. He needs to break through Staraptor. He does need to get a Swords Dance set up with Garchomp. But yeah, I can kind of just pin it with close combats and throw chop into the what's his face called, the Zoroark slot. The Zard slot looks good here because I think he's gonna fake. Okay, I've been doing obvious plays the whole fucking game. Surely he doesn't just let me get fake out close combat. And a second thing is like because the Garchomp is Sword Stance, there's a very good chance it just doesn't have Protect. It could just have like multiple moves, and he does reveal that yeah, it wasn't Protect. So once again, made another play, worked out, and oh, it's 31 HP and no Intimidate proc, so it's Zoroark, right? We all know it's Zoroark. So the obvious play we can just make here, which covers for everything, is just Protect and throw chop the Zoroark, finish it off. And this way, like I said, when you get them down to 2, you can Parasong them. So yeah, get him down to 2 here. He has only Instant left, and I believe did he wait for Weather Ball? I think he Weather Balled. Yeah, so Instant comes out now. I have the attack increase, but I can't stay in because he just has like Fake Out plus Swing into me. So I decided to just double swap here and get Fake Out Perish Song activated instantly, and that way my four Pokemon can easily just stall 3 turns of Perish, right? So that's what I go for. He does opt for Fake Out Heat Wave. It's whatever. It does like minimum. It doesn't do meaningful damage to me. And yeah, Fake Out Perish Song with 4 Pokemon left just wins me the game here. And my opponent sees that and just concedes. So yeah, so that was another like 40-minute ladder session, and we went from 2041 elo to 2097, so plus 56, which is quite good, I think, for 40 minutes. I think that's quite nice. And yeah, we're back into champion tier. We're top 140. So yeah, there we go. We are back into champion. So there's the analysis. Staraptor Tinkaton kind of just went in that whole session. I didn't really get to display the Perish Trap stuff, but I hope you guys still learned something. As yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Grand sign out. Peace.